Between Spain and Portugal is ancient and heartfelt, and so this is an intense, intriguing Iberian affair. It is utterly unpredictable. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. And when these two meet, Jim, we know it is special.
Well, the calibre of players available to both teams makes this game a potential classic every time, Peter. OK, you may think the Spaniards have had the better of things in direct showdowns in recent big tournaments, but I can see very little difference in terms of relative strengths.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry. Merino, look at the space here, and the shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
And he's got his cross in.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Zubimendi gathers from the goal kick. Good running, strong and purposeful. He's in plenty of space here. João Cancelo does well to get it back. Great defending, strong and determined. João Cancelo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Rafael Leão! Laporte gets it clear. Vitinha puts the ball in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Quality ball. And here's Rafael Leão. That has been slung wide. Back into the middle. Good read, needed to be. Oh, played right into his path. Caught offside that time. Vitinha, Rafael Leão, can he get onto this? Now João Neves, Mendes looking to run onto it, and he'll shoot here! Loose ball now and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Portugal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
He's found a way through. Shot could be on. He gets big. Opts to play it back. João Palhinha. Lobbed in behind. Nico Williams. And they can counter here. Merino. Oh, he's found support out wide. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. João Palhinha. João Neves. And that's going right the way across. João Neves. Rafael Leão, and the finish! denied by an instinctive save.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
And we have our very first corner. Spain have the chance to go the other way. More and more pressure on the ball here. Looks to the other side. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he'll shoot here. Oh, denied brilliantly.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
This their second corner of the game. And it's Cancelo. Great chance! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Portugal are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. Zubimendi. Nico Williams. And here's Morata. Merino! Zubimendi. Yamal does have his name on the score sheet, of course.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
Cristiano Ronaldo. João Palhinha. Vitinha. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. And he has been fouled there.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Morata is onto this. That'll be a throw. And that's definitely not his best. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. João Palhinha. João Neves. Pedro Neto. João Cancelo. Here's Vitinha. Zubimendi gets a foot in here. Out to the right. Mikel Merino, who does have an assist to his name. He's shifting through the gears here. Just eases him off the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Williams. And he's been shifted off it. Oh, nicely intercepted. Pedri. Pedri! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
And we've reached half-time. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, it is a game with plenty at stake, and that does show. Highly competitive, combative, confrontational. It is what you would expect from a game of this magnitude. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Nico Williams. And here's Morata. It's Morata! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Goes looking wide. Rafael Leao goes on a run down the left wing. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's intervened well there. Portugal do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
João Neves. Vitinha! Oh my word, that is quite something! About as smooth as it gets. Portugal are level.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. João Palhinha. And it's Cancelo. That is lovely. Well, what about it? It's turned into a real fight to the last. And that's a superb pass. Pedri. Portugal still have the cards to affect this game. Merino. And here's Morata. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Portugal making another change here. Nico Williams goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. Diogo Dalot. Zubimendi simply refused to be outdone there. Now it's Morata. Oh, look at the space here. Well, they want another corner, and it looks as though they're going to get it. Portugal making consecutive changes here. And it's been taken short. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Portugal are looking to go forward now. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Morata. And that was very necessary. João Palhinha. And here's Morata. Vitinha. Ball played for Matheus Nunes. Now it's João Felix. Matheus Nunes. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
And that has been cut short. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Yamal. Zubimendi. Pedro Porro charging forward down that flank.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Pedri. Oh, Fabian Ruiz! Joao Felix. Matheus Nunes. Joao Felix. And no, he's seen through all of that. Semedo gets over and intercepts. Pau Kubasi gets across to intercept that. Zaragoza providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, shooting chance! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. In towards the middle. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And that's played in low.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Zubimendi. Pedro Porro.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Pass somewhat off target. Trincao. Matheus Nunes. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He is through here. Joao Felix! Now that's a fine challenge. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Now it's Pedri. Fabian Ruiz. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Vitinha. No outsmarting him this time. Zaragoza. Now it's Pedri. And here's Joselu. Ball played for Matheus Nunes. That's it, we're going to get 30 minutes more.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
So a brief breather and then extra time. No winner in 90, 30 more to come. Joselu. Fabian Ruiz. Yamal. And he's managed to get free. Great hit!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Joselu. Pedri!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Fabian Ruiz. Chance! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
João Palhinha. Diogo Dalot. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Fabian Ruiz. It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Yamal. Nice, decent hit! Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Spain take the lead. Nelson Semedo. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a really well-measured ball. Fabian Ruiz. Pedro Porro. Yamal. No, that's been intercepted. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
It's a mighty effort! Harmlessly behind.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Stood up well to him there. Dinks one through. Hosselu. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Extra time reaches half-time. Yeah, it is coming down to those last 15 minutes. A truly attritional affair that has reduced both teams to near standstill. The saying goes that it only takes a moment to make a difference in this game, but you have to pose the question, is there enough left in the collective tank of either team? And we are already back underway. Can he finish? It's in! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So all square, and not for the first time. Yamal gives it back. He's got tall. Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pedri.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Diogo Dalot. Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Joao Felix. Vitinha. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Cucurella. He shifted it to the flank.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too. You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Vitinha cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Cucurella. Diogo Dalot makes the interception. And that is it. There will be penalties.
I can only applaud the sheer doggedness and tenacity on show in watching both teams refusing to lose. I mean, they both ran their socks off.
Pressure and nerve. After 2 inconclusive hours, it is penalties. Ronaldo shoulders the responsibility of the first kick. Big character, big moment, big save.
Oh, the keeper's done brilliantly to keep his eye on the ball and make such a great save.
Joselu is the next man in the spotlight. Oh, calm as you like.
I thought he did really well to hold his nerve then and score that penalty.
So this one to restore parity. That's how it's done. He made the keeper commit.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
So, the second man in line. Saved! Keeper's done brilliantly.
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that. The way he was moving beforehand, very good save.
The third man in the queue. Keeper's gone the wrong way.
Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper and he guessed wrong.
Up steps Mr. Dependable. Off the post.
Oh, that's unlucky. Got almost everything right.
Portugal are looking for comfort. And the lead is 2. Spain are looking to save match point. Sticks it away.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one.
So this to seal it. Oh, brilliant. He had to save it, and he did. Spain must score here to stay in it. Yes, that's how you do it. 3-3. A huge pressure penalty reserved only for the bravest of men. Oh, he's managed to get it through the keeper.
I thought he handled the pressure really well there. His focus cut right through it.
So can he do it? Can he keep them alive?
Great penalty under pressure. Again, picked his spot. He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly.
So is this to be lucky 7? We shall see. And he puts it away.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one.
Calmly, he puts the ball down on the spot. Spain at the point of no return. Saved it! And that's that! Portugal have come through in the most dramatic fashion, and the show goes on. The ultimate test of nerve and mettle, and they have made the grade. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Portugal really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. It is a deeply historic derby. The rivalry between Spain and Portugal is ancient and heartfelt, and so this is an intense, intriguing Iberian affair. It is utterly unpredictable. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. A pair of neighbours ready to go at each other again.
Well, the calibre of players available to both teams makes this game a potential classic every time, Peter. Okay.
So hello, welcome one and all to what is certainly in terms of international football in Latin America, the ultimate grudge match. Two absolute superpowers who also happen to be neighbours on a continent widely recognised as football's home. It is a rivalry that has a history which lasts well over a century and has, of course, been ranked top of all footballing rivalries by media and supporters alike. It comes as little surprise then that this game is considered to be international football's equivalent of the Super Classico. The 11 of Brazil, the 11 of Argentina, some of them friends, many foes in club football, lining up for a united cause. And the move. And Martinez! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Really was just waiting to pounce on any slip-up, and he was gifted a chance.
Otamendi. Oh, played right into his path. And the shot! And he's done it!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Argentina penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Great work on the overlap. He's got plenty of space out wide here. It's a mighty effort! Oh, denied brilliantly!
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Brazil are looking to go forward now. Good running, strong and purposeful. De Paul. And it's Messi. Martinez stood up well to him there. So what can they make of this? The fullback is in acres of space here. And the flag has stayed down. And he's been shifted off it. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he was quick to react. He might be in here! Big chance, must be! Decent hit! And it's in! And with that goal comes comfort! Simplicity itself.
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into such a good position.
Argentina are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. De Paul, Martinez.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And there's green grass ahead of him. Molina. Molina made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Now it's Rafinha. And it's Neymar. Quality ball. And he's away. Messi. Rafinha. Danilo. McAllister. For De Paul. Messi, who's set up one goal so far. De Paul. And it's Messi. He's found a way through. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
And here's Neymar. Alvarez. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Driving through the middle. Tries to get it clear. Alvarez. McAllister.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And here's Neymar. Bruno Guimaraes. Well read, and the danger is averted. De Paul. Brazil are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Now he's had it taken off him. Martinez. Messi. Bruno Guimaraes.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Can he latch on to this? He has found the way through. Chance! In he goes again. It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
Messi. Molina picks it up out wide.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Great ball, and he's in here. Bruno Guimaraes. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And it's Messi.
Look, movement creates more options.
It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Fortune. And we hit half-time. Well, this certainly hasn't gone the way most of us in the ground had expected in advance. Granted, it is very pleasant if you're on the right side of it all.
Brazil would seem to still be getting over the OG. It was an honest mistake, and they've got to move on.
Well, it is a game with plenty at stake, and that does show. Highly competitive, combative, confrontational. It is what you would expect from a game of this magnitude. And we're underway again. Brazil didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. Argentina have a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
That's a good ball out wide.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Linton. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Rafinha in acres of space out wide. Heads it! No, not the best of headers. Tagliafico. That looks a good ball through. And that was very necessary. Now it's McAllister. And that has been cleared.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
No way through there. Fernandez.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and as their most significant attacker, he isn't about to receive any generous invitations.
Martinez. Messi. And he's in on goal. Brazil needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Marquinhos.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
And he's been shifted off it. De Paul. Driving forward. Bruno Guimaraes. He's having a go! And that is a truly outstanding save.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Brazil choosing to make the first change. And now they can spring out of defence. Neymar. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Messi. Messi. Now it's De Paul. Brazil perhaps contemplating their next change here. And that has been slung wide. Pepe. Carlos Augusto looking to hit the byline here. Otamendi can get it clear. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Gonzalez. McAllister. Martinez. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Emerson. Emerson Royal. Otamendi. Romero. To McAllister. And it's Messi. Half an hour gone in the second half. Nicely weighted ball. Terrific header! And it's there! It is no contest. It is a landslide.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Argentina making consecutive changes here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Argentina are having a ball here. Marquinhos. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno Guimaraes cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
That is a brilliant interception. And he thumps it clear. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's João Pedro. Emerson Royal. There's the hit! It's a goal! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Paredes. Nice bit of trickery. Delicate ball, and it needs to be brilliantly cut out. Well, that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Yeah, and he's dodged a big one there. He has to be squeaky clean from here.
Otamendi. Gonzalez. And it's Paredes. To Messi. No luck with that dink over the top. Emerson. Shawlinton. Gonzalez. It's gone out for a throw-in. There will be 4 extra minutes. And he's managed to get rid. Fernandez. Now it's Martinez. And no, that was never going to make it. Otamendi. Molina. That's that, the end. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. Well, where international football is concerned, there is no grander occasion than this. Brazil against Argentina speaks for itself, not just in South America, but across the entirety of the planet. Of course, the nature of the rivalry has gone through many changes over the years, but in any given year, in any given era, this is considered in these parts the ultimate game. It is bigger than a derby. It is one nation, one great footballing nation pitted against another. Each have had their days of glory, each have had their days of huge disappointment, each have supporters and patriots who expect the best, and there is only room for one winner. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Well, I wonder, Jim Beglin, what is going through the minds of these players as they face up, respectively, to their arch enemies? It is a feeling that I'm sure you can identify with.
Well, the one thing that can be said is that there really is little in terms of what the players need for motivation. The game against the team you do not want to lose to. This is a nightmare to predict for me. It should...
There's the header! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Tagliafico deals with that comfortably. Martinez. Now it's McAllister. And he's lost his man here. Alvarez. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Gabriel getting this one clear. And the ball's a good one. Has a go! Goal! Argentina! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level...
And Martinez! And it's in! And they're at it again in double quick time. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
Argentina are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Now it's Rafinha. He's Rafinha! And that is wildly off target.
Yeah, they got away with it, but that was a defensive letdown to see him march through like that.
And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Alvarez. He's onside. Can he finish?
Brazil really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see...
And Martinez! Oh, that was no routine save.
Martinez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Messi with the short one. In for a header! Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Oh, lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
A case now of complete control.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Danilo. Brazil are 3 down and sinking. Bruno Guimaraes. For Joelinton. Neymar. Oh, perfectly measured that. Messi. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Bruno Guimaraes. It's a promising position, done delicately. And he's straight offside. Not the most accurate pass. McAllister. Now it's Martinez. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Martinez is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. They've got to make this nice and quick.
And he welcomes it in. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Gabriel, and it's Marquinhos. Rafinha. And here's Neymar. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Alvarez. He is through here! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Rafinha.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Neymar. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Gets into some space. Well read, and the danger is averted. Molina. Foot in. Oh, that's fabulous. Romero gets it clear. Messi. De Paul, who's set up one goal so far. Fernandez. Alvarez. Over to the left. And he welcomes it in. Tries a shot! Sticks it away! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Argentina are having a ball here. Joelinton. And here's Neymar.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
McAllister.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, nice one too, very nice. And he has been fouled there. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Defending of the desperate variety. And the first half is done. It has been a half throughout which they have carved through the opposition almost at will, ripping things up big time here. Well, you'd have to say it's a game that has very much lived up to the pre-game expectations. Passions running pretty high, rivals going at each other 100 miles an hour. You wonder whether they can keep this up. So we're just settling back into this second half. Brazil didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. And that has sent him sprawling. That's a nicely measured pass. And that has put paid to that.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
Joelinton. Joelinton! And he steered it beyond the post.
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into this game, but it could spark something into life.
Otamendi. Bruno Guimaraes. And he's made sure that's not getting through. McAllister. Now it's Martinez. Well read, nice interception.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. And he's had it nicked away. Joelinton. Marquinhos. Now he's off and running. And he's been shifted off it. Alvarez. And Fernandes. Tagliafico. And it's Messi. Just about up to the hour now. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 11, camisa 20, camisa 24. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 21, camisa 26, camisa 8.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Looks to the other side. Oh, can he get onto this? Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Martinez. Cross flung in towards the middle. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Joelinton goes steaming forward. Romero. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Real chance! And he hits the net!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Brazil playing for pride here, the match surely beyond them. Brazil perhaps contemplating their next change here. No, that's been intercepted. And that is going out for a goal kick. Brazil making another change here.
jogador, camisa 16.
And here's Lautaro Martinez. Tagliafico. Chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Throw in. Gonzalez. And that has been cut short. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Molina. De Paul. To Messi. Pepe. Into the last quarter of an hour. Pepe. Artur. Ah, such a clever touch. Pepe. Back when it goes. Nice ball, and he's in here. And that's really well manoeuvred. Argentina can break now. And he's picked out the run. Real chance. And the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Argentina were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
Palacios. Argentina have got it back and they'll have another go. Martinez might just make this. Carlos Augusto. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Carlos Augusto. Emerson. Emerson Royal got a long way forward to join the attack. Marquinhos. That is good alertness. Fernandez. Pass somewhat off target. Now Martinez. So much time and space here. Those looking wide. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Palacios. And it's Messi. Molina. Now Martinez. Nicely aimed pass. Now looking to orchestrate a counter.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
And that should be the keeper's. And that will be it. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players...
Well, where international football is concerned, there is no grander occasion than this. Brazil against Argentina speaks for itself, not just in South America, but across the entirety of the planet. Of course, the nature of the rivalry has gone through many changes over the years, but in any given year, in any given era, this is considered in these parts the ultimate game. It is bigger than a derby. It is one nation, one great footballing nation pitted against another. Each have had their days of glory, each have had their days of huge disappointment, each have supporters and patriots who expect the best, and there is only room for one winner. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. Well, I wonder, Jim Beglin, what is going through the minds of these players as they face up, respectively, to their arch enemies? It is a feeling that I'm sure... Martinez! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
And not just close, agonisingly close.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I can tell you that I'm a fan of this guy, Christian Romero, described by his national team boss as spectacular. I've always seen him as been brave, very aggressive defensively, but front-footed as well. And let me go into a little more detail on that, because some of the runs he makes are actually quite...
And a header! And that has been knocked clear. Fernandez. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably...
Shapes to shoot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Argentina certainly look a very capable counter-attacking team. They're direct, they're quick, and to be honest, they're full of belief that it'll pay off.
Fernandez. He's in plenty of space here. Alvarez gets flagged offside. Marquinhos. Over to the other side.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, played through for the wide man.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Played into space out wide. He's got away. Neymar. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's face to face. There's the shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
I think the manager's reactions here sum it up perfectly. He fully expected that to go in.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And they're not going to make any further progress now. It's Neymar! Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Danilo. Bruno Guimaraes. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Rafinha picks it up out wide. Linton. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Alvarez did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And he's managed to get free. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Ah, he's given it away. Big chance, must be! Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Otamendi.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Pinches it off him. Bruno Guimaraes. Fernandes. McAllister. Alvarez. Now it's McAllister. Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
And he's been shifted off it. Does well to stand firm and defend it. Goes looking wide. Molina.
Brazil can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. He has found the way through. He is just caressing the ball. Could try cutting inside here. And he's certainly onside here. That's very neat. It's a mighty effort! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
De Paul, and it's Messi. Gets a good foot in there. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
Look, movement creates more options.
Shot a goal! Oh, it's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked and I still haven't moved.
Danilo. And there's the end of the first half. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. Well, it's been an enthralling game so far, this meeting of regular rivals. High intensity, high in passion. Tough game for the officials to this point, and he's had a hit! He's done very well to get to that.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Bruno Guimaraes. Good running, strong and purposeful. And here's Neymar, and he's surging through. Molina did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Neymar, and it's Danilo. Lovely bit of skill. Marquinhos for Joelinton. Martinez. McAllister. Now it's Martinez. Plays a sharp little ball here. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Joelinton. Oh, really good feet. Stood up well to him there. Fernandez. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Rafinha. Bruno Guimaraes. Oh, that's nice. Rafinha. Marquinhos. Fernandez kept his eye on it, and he's there. Joelinton. Driving forward.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Molina gets it away. That's a throw.
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 20. Camisa 11.
Gabriel.
Camisa 2.
Brazil perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Camisa 21.
Oh, good ball.
Substituição em andamento.
Climbs up big!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched.
There's the hit!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
Brazil with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Camisa 24. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 16.
Joelinton!
Camisa 8.
Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
Molina. And it's Messi. Oh, that's a key interception. Ball's gone out of play. Argentina making consecutive changes here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass, and a tricky one at that.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Pepe. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Bruno Guimaraes! Goal! Brazil! Into the lead once more.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
29 minutos do segundo tempo pelo jogador. Camisa 5.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Brazil go into the lead. Gonzalez. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. McAllister. Tagliafico. Palacios. And here's Lautaro Martinez.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
He's found a way through. Palacios. And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, he's found support out wide. Pepe! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, he's definitely kept the side in the game then. That's really good positioning. They could have doubled their lead there.
Corner number 2 then. And they've got rid. And that is out of play. Palacios. McAllister. And there's green grass ahead of him. Now it's Martinez. Arthur spots it and intercepts. Bruno Guimaraes does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And the pass is intercepted. Into the last 5 minutes. Now it's Gonzalez. Gets his pass away.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Oh, great ball! Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Carlos Augusto. Pepe. And the number on the board is 3. Bruno Guimaraes! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And he's had it nicked away. Bruno Guimaraes. Linton. And here's Neymar. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Otamendi. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Brazil have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Neymar claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans. Everyone pumped. Takes me back.
A warm welcome to one and all as you join us for this meeting of two nations who can rightly lay claim to the status of being amongst the 21st century's most formidable international teams. Their first recognised meeting occurred as far back as 1921, and since then the Iberian Derby has always been a very special occasion. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective. Climbs up big! Bernardo Silva finds himself offside. That's the throw. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Nuno Mendes. Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
And he's taking no chances there. Vitinha. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. He can get that clear. Plays a sharp little ball here. And he's quick to get it clear again. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, this lad, Pau Cubarsí, is another defender schooled in the art of total football. I mean, the strength is part of the package for any centre-back, but what marks him out is his excellent reading of the game, his confidence to go and get on the ball and link up with people further up the pitch. This guy's outstanding.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Pedro Porro. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Yamal. Nicely spread. He can run onto that. Has a go! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Lamine Yamal has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
They've played it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's picked his way through. So it is still 0-0. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Rafael Leão! Merino. João Palhinha. Rafael Leão. Laporte. Spain looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Oh, super ball! That's a decent clearance. What a throw in. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Now it's Morata. Merino. Pedri. Out to the left it goes. Williams. Tries a shot! Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, he makes finishing look like a matter of fact. Why take extra touches?
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely.
Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. And he could not have picked a worse time to give one away. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, look at the keeper's reaction, Peter. He felt he could have kept it out. That was so tight.
Spain are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Distributed tidily. And that could set him on his way. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Goes looking wide. Oh no, this does not look good. He's found a way through. Now there's a fine ball. Morata unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Portugal are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Cristiano Ronaldo. Showing good feet. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Well, now it's... Oh, what has happened here? And here's Bruno Fernandes. And he's gone backward here. He's going for goal! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
And it's played forward. Pedri. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. João Cancelo. And the shot's on here. Rafael Leao. Raya can pick that up. João Palhinha.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de compensação.
Bruno Fernandes. Pedri. Zubimendi. It's a chance for Spain to break. Yamal does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Ronaldo looks to get on the end of this. There's the whistle for half-time. But it is a game with plenty at stake, and that does show highly competitive, combative, confrontational. It is what you would expect from a game of this magnitude. And the second half gets underway.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
João Cancelo gets his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Pedro Porro just loves to go forward whenever he can. Yamal. And no, he's seen through all of that. Over to the left. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add...
Oh, what a climb! Harmlessly behind. Pedri. Nico Williams. He's shifting through the gears here. Bruno Fernandes in with the challenge.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Vitinha. Oh, important interception.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bruno Fernandes.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
He's tried one! It's loose now and they want to get it back. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And here's Bernardo Silva. Bruno Fernandes. Quarter of an hour into the second half. He's been picked out. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. It'll be a throw-in. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short. Morata! Decent enough try.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
João Palhinha. Here's Vitinha. And it's Bernardo Silva. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bernardo Silva. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Merino. It's a really well-measured ball. Pedro Porro. Bruno Fernandes. Vitinha. Vitinha takes control of it and he's on the move. Oh, such a clever touch. Spain are looking to break at pace. Morata. Oh, that's a key interception. Vitinha. And João Palhinha. And it's Bernardo Silva. Is there any support? And the shot! It's anyone's ball now. Yamal. Merino.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Bruno Fernandes. Vitinha. Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva going face-to-face with his great rival. That's tidy. And here's Bernardo Silva. Bruno Fernandes. Vitinha. João Palhinha. He's having a hit! Well, that's clear-cut. It's a free kick.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Nicely aimed pass.
This is what good chemistry is all about. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Yamal! And that was very necessary.
Portugal are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
He is through here. Bruno Fernandes. Now that's well seen too. Pedro Porro. Spain looking to pass their way through. Pass somewhat off target. Bernardo Silva. Fabian Ruiz. Spain clearly now in lead preservation mode. Yamal in acres of space out wide. Ruben Dias is there and he can get that clear. There'll be a minute of stoppage time. Ronaldo is onto this. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Oh, this is a great position. Vitinha! And he's there to make the block.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become...
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and A warm welcome to one and all as you join us for this meeting of two nations who can rightly lay claim to the status of being amongst the 21st century's most formidable international teams. Their first recognised meeting occurred as far back as 1921, and since then, the Iberian Derby has always been a very special occasion. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. And when these two meet, Jim, we know it is special.
Well, the calibre of players available to both teams makes this game a potential classic every time, Peter. OK, you may think the Spaniards have had the better of things in direct showdowns in recent big tournaments, but I can see very little difference in terms of relative strengths.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And the history... It's Morata! He's done very well to get to that.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
And it's been taken short. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Merino! They want to be quick to recover this. And now a sudden chance to counter. Bernardo Silva. And it's Cancelo. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
I've always been impressed with this boy, Pau Cubarsí. It never ceases to amaze me, Peter, how the Catalans always manage to unearth all of these gems, especially in an age where the demand is quite high on defenders. He's really the perfect package.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Rafael Leao. Cristiano Ronaldo. Look at the space here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
João Palhinha. Bruno Fernandes. Mikel Merino with a definite foul there. And it's Cancelo. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side is...
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Goal! Portugal!
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Quickly taken. Bruno Fernandes. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Laporte. Spain looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
João Palhinha. Bruno Fernandes. Rafael Leao. Turns and goes back. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Vitinha. Oh, that's a key interception. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. And it's Bernardo Silva. Morata. Nico Williams. He won't be happy with that one. João Cancelo. And it's Bernardo Silva. And he's intervened well there. Laporte. And Kubasi. Merino. And here's Morata. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Pedro Porro. Pedri. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. João Palhinha. Bernardo Silva. Bruno Fernandes. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Pedri. Williams. And that has been knocked clear. Now it's Pedri. He's found a way through. Bruno Fernandes. Vitinha. João Palhinha. Bruno Fernandes. And he was quick to react. Zubimendi. And that is as far as they're going to go.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Nico Williams. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Merino. Nico Williams.
Such good technique.
João Cancelo with the foul. And he's picked out the run. Pau Kubasi cuts out the pass.
Bernardo Silva, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Bruno Fernandes. Rafael Leao. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. That's a decent clearance. And he's had a hit! Quality ball. And that has put paid to that. Bruno Fernandes, and the shot! Oh, taken with style. 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
And the half-time whistle goes. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first-half success with another show of strength?
Well, it is a game with plenty at stake, and that does show. Highly competitive, combative, confrontational. It is what you would expect from a game of this magnitude. Portugal sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Merino! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Merino is offering a wry smile there.
Nico Williams goes short. Pedri stood his ground strongly. Rafael Leao. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Pedri. Williams. Here's hits one!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
João Palhinha. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Rafael Leao. Zubimendi. It's Pedri. Nico Williams. And here's Bernardo Silva. Well read, nice interception. Pedri. Morata.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Pass is just off target. Pedri. Early stages of the second half, and still two between them. And the pass is intercepted. And they can counter here. Merino. Shapes to shoot! There's a goal! Back to within one! Interesting! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
Zubimendi gets a foot in here, and the counter is on. Now then, João Palhinha. Portugal suddenly appear frail.
Yes, from comfort zone to a stage of uncertainty perhaps, and they can't drift into a carelessness or this could get away from them.
Chooses to go back. He's got away, and a shot! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 23.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter.
Climbs up big! Just off target.
Merino certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Engages and forces him off the ball. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Looking for options for movement.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Sai e vai entrar para o seu lugar com o número 5.
Merino. Yamal has it in a wide position. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Up he goes! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Nuno Mendes. Ruben Dias. João Felix. Played with finesse. Now that's well seen too. Laporte. Now Pedro Porro. Yamal. João Neves. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Here's João Felix. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Palhinha gets his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Yamal is herring after that one.
There's a real appetite from them to...
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Joao Felix, great chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's there to make the block. Cleared without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Ball is over the line. Couple of changes then in quick succession. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
João Neves. Bruno Fernandes. Zaragoza. Pedri. Now Subimendi. Yamal. He was under real pressure there. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Fabian Ruiz wins the duel this time. No, he's not getting past him there. Now it's Pedro Neto. Can he get it through? It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was. Spain have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
Great work on the overlap. Pedro Porro does well to stand firm and defend it. Palhinha, who does have an assist to his name. And no, that was never going to make it. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. And he cuts out the supply.
Vamos ter 5 minutos de compensação.
Fabian Ruiz. Pedri. 5 minutes to add. Zaragoza providing an outlet on that flank. Joao Felix. Cristiano Ronaldo. Bruno Fernandes has found the net here, of course. No way through. Zaragoza. Spain are looking to break at pace. Pedro Neto. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Portugal can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster, that. Bruno Fernandes picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Portugal really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.